Let's talk about pricing. Here are your products. This is your current price, and this is your competitor's information. If your competitor's prices are green, then that means your product is cheaper. If it's red, then your product is more expensive. And if it's black, then your product is selling for the same amount as theirs. To change your price, you can double click on your price and you'll get a pop-up dialog box where you can enter your new price. You can also click the pen and paper button here to go to a detailed page on your product's pricing for a more precise adjustment of your product's price. You also have a chart showing the price history. You can also have PricesTracker alert you when your competitor's price changes. If you're here, then that means that you've matched your products with your competitor's products. However, if you notice any inconsistencies, then you can click this arrow button here to quickly modify the matches to this product. The competitor page will be brought up where you will be able to make your changes. On the right here, you can see the date that the price of the product was last updated. Now, there is an optimization we can do. You can click this clock button here to change the frequency of the price update. For example, if we type in 10 days, then when the crawler runs, if it hasn't been 10 days since the price update, then the crawler will skip over this product. Here, it's at 0, so we do it every time the crawler runs. The favorite button here allows you to make lists of favorites such that you can quickly access products based on your groupings. To add a favorites list, click this favorites button, click add a favorites, write a name for your list, and click submit. But there are also many other things you can do with the favorites list. You can add all the products of a category, supplier, or even all of the products. You can also add products based on a regular expression or based on product IDs just as well. If you find that there are superfluous products, then you can remove them by ID, or you can remove all of them if necessary. Once you have added products to your favorites list, then you can go back to the competitor's price page and select the list from the drop-down menu. By default, it's the products that were matched. We can also add a product from the list by clicking the star here and selecting a new list for it to go to. We can remove it by selecting none from the list. Moving on, at the top here, you can search for a product by name or by reference. And here, you can export to an Excel spreadsheet two different ways. Either by having one line for each of your competitors' products, or having one line for each of your products and having your competitors' products line up in a row. let's talk about price rules. You can set them by clicking the steering wheel here. These rules will automatically set your prices to be lower than your competitors in different ways. For example, this one is $1 less than this competitor's price. We can modify this value for it to be bigger or smaller. If we had 10, then the price would be $6,239. If we want to set a lower limit, then we add a comma, followed by the value. So this means that we want to be under our competitor by $1, unless they go under 4,000, at which point we stay at 4,000. If you want to add or modify the rules, then you can click this captain's wheel up here and click Add a Rule or Modify. You can then code the rule using PHP. If you don't know how to use PHP, there's some useful documentation below here on the useful keywords that you might use. You can also ask IdeaTech to create a rule for you if you're having trouble creating the rule that you want. This costs money, and they will give you a quote. Once the rule has been coded, you can apply it to some products in a favorites list. Write the favorites list ID found here, or leave this field blank if you want to apply it to all of the products. Next, you can filter it by competitor ID. Same idea. Write the competitor ID found here, or leave it blank to apply it to all products regardless of a competitor. Next, you can add arguments. After that, the rules will be added to the products, and you will see the new rules show up. The rules will not have been applied to the products. They will have been associated with them, but the products will not be following the rules. To do that, you have to go back to this page and click Execute the Rules. Sometimes, when it takes a while, more than 2 minutes, PHP will prematurely end the script. If that happens, click Execute All Rules in Ajax in order to avoid this issue at the cost of taking more time. Down here, you can delete all of the rules, and here you can look at the rules applied to a single product. As a reminder, when you crawl and have the robot update your competitors' products, you also have the option to automatically run the rules and update your prices in response to theirs. You can also have the rules be updated on a regularly schedule separate from the crawling, seen here. If you want to have a detailed price history, once a day for example, you can put this schedule, and it will put a data point on the graph each day.